going on, guys? It's Cliffy here, and as we can see, we are about to start our round 1 clash of the Australian T20 clash. Essentially, it is the Big Bash League, playing for our hometown Hobart Hurricanes, and hopefully we can do better than they have done in the BBL in real life. But if you guys like this video, think it's awesome, make sure you hit that like button. If you are new, please do hit subscribe, and returning subscribers, make sure you're part of the notification squad. Hit that bell beside the subscribe, and that way you get notified every time I upload a video to make sure that you don't miss a single one. But apart from that, let's go and get straight into our 2020 debut. Alright guys, so we can see the playing lineups. We're playing at number 6, I believe. Dan Christian at 7. So we're at our same normal spot. Everyone else is looking pretty good for the Stars as well. Kevin Peterson is their captain. No David Hussey. And we're going to see the toss. I'm not even sure who our captain is. That looks like Stuart Broad, which would be quite strange. The Stars win the toss, and they are going to have a bat first. So we're bowling first. That's what we'd like to see. We're going to go skip through, get straight into our bowling effort. Alright guys, so we're in, it's the 13th over. The Stars doing a very good job at the moment, and the one thing I think I am going to struggle with adjusting to 2020 cricket essentially is just the fields and the lines and the lengths that we need to bowl. Like, it's not one of those things where I reckon I can go and use my stock standard offside packed field and kind of get away with it. You know, I think I really need to go and probably more look to contain, and if we are going to be bowling at the back end of the innings, probably look for more wickets. You know, in that region there, that's where 2 shots have gone. So possibly that could be our new thing at going and plugging that hole there. But I'm going to keep things going at the moment. The Stars, as I said, have got off to an incredible start. So we just really want to go and try and contain at this stage. And just probably should have taken a single there, the Stars. But yeah, just look to contain, try and go for 6, 7 runs and over, and just slow down proceedings, because as I said, they've got off to a rapid start. If we could pick up a wicket, would be great, because there's nothing better. You know, a lot of people obviously talk about 2020 cricket. The best way to slow a side down is to take wickets. And I guess that's the way in any form of the game. If you can get those wickets, slows the players down, and you know you've got a new player in at the crease, that it can be a little bit difficult for them to try and adjust. But I honestly don't think I'm bowling the right line and length for this. But again, we're doing pretty well. We're doing our job. We've only gone for 5 off the first 5, so if we can keep this one to a single and go for 6, I'll be happy enough with that. And bowling at the death could be quite beneficial for us, just due to the fact that we might potentially get some wickets with players starting to play some erratic shots. But as we can see, this does look like a very good batting wicket. We've gone for 2, so we've gone for 7 off that first over, which in the context of the game isn't terrible. Would have liked it to probably have just been 6, be that run a ball. But we will definitely take it. And as I said, bowling at the back end, hopefully we can get something. I'm going to start putting in a few more short balls, because we do have a lot of cover on that league side. So if we can get, you know, something like that, something similar to that, then I'm going to have an appeal, just in case he's going to hit it. I don't think he has. But he wasn't too happy with the height there, Kevin Peterson. But I really think that that's a ball that we need to bowl. We need to do Neil Wagner stuff. And that one there has gone and taken just a little edge. So I don't think we originally had someone at like a short third man. But if someone had been there... A what? A wide? But he hit it, umpire! You've got to be kidding. Alright, so we just need to watch that we don't go down the leg side too much, because it seems that anything that just goes past the batsman is going to be called there. But that's the kind of stuff that we're looking for. We're looking for that mistimed shot to the leg side. I think we've got that man at like a deep square leg. I think we've got a mid-wicket in as well. Yes, we've got a deep square leg and a mid-wicket. So those are our players on the leg side. But, you know, they can go and cover a fair bit of ground. Long leg as well. So there is plenty of chances to go and try and get something. And then you can just be Kevin Peterson and play that away on the offside. So I'm not going to say it's been a terrible start to our 2020 career. We do still have to bat. And I think batting probably is going to be a lot easier in this than bowling. As I said, our bowling skills aren't that great. And I think just to go and try and get the wickets is going to be a little bit tough. But I think if we can just do our role, do our job, and go for 6 or 7 and over, pick up the odd wicket here and there, I think we will be happy enough with that. We've got Sean Tate and Stuart Broad, who are, I guess, our strike bowlers in this side, and we'll be looking for them to try and take majority of the wickets if they can. But now that we've done that, we've discussed that, we're going to head on to some stuff that is happening in real life. Going to start off first with the game that finished yesterday, which was New Zealand-Bangladesh. Surprisingly, it finished yesterday, actually. I think they gave New Zealand a little bit of extra time just so the players wouldn't have to come back tomorrow. They chased down 100, I think it was 110 to win. They got 111 in a short space of time, but they did seem to go a long way past the finish time, which isn't too much of an issue, I guess. But we've got 2 new batters, so we're going to have to change our field. I reckon this here is a lot better field for us. We've got just 1 over left to go, so we're just going to bowl 3 today. But a lot better field. This one here isn't very defensive, it's just defensive. So it can block up a couple of singles. There is plenty of cover out on the boundaries. And what do you expect? That is something we have come to expect time and time again in this career mode, is bloody overthrows off our bowling. It is the absolute bane of my existence, and I absolutely hate it. But hey, what can you do about it? But you're back to that game. New Zealand did win quite comfortably. Tim Southee, man of the match. I think he got 9 for in the innings in total. So good to see him getting back to some... No, he didn't get 9 for. I think Wagner got 3 in the second innings, maybe 4 in the second innings. But Southee was good. He was the man of the match. De Gronholm came in at number 3 in the second innings. He blazed 33 off only about 15 deliveries, I think. So a lot of people saying that that's Collins' last test, which, could be true. He doesn't really, for me, offer enough with the bat to be batting as a top 6 player. He doesn't offer enough with the ball to be, in your bowling side and be a number, I guess a number 8. You wouldn't bat him anywhere else because he is still a decent batter. But his bowling's not good enough to have him as a frontline bowler at number 8. So a lot of people are saying that Jimmy Neesham's going to come in, or possibly someone like Neil Broom is going to come in, and Williamson will have to bowl some more overs. But we'll wait and see. We've got a test series coming up against South Africa now. Bangladesh leave the country without picking up a win in any of the series. So yeah, we beat them 3-0 in the 2020s, 2-0 in the tests, and 3-zip in the one-day internationals as well. And with that, New Zealand have actually climbed above Pakistan in the test rankings. They've gone up to 5th, which is probably the highest we've been in test matches in a wee while. We've had 4 we've had 4 wins in a row, 4 wins on the trot, which is pretty good to see. Australia, Pakistan, 4th one-day international, sorry. That game has been done and dusted. It's finished up. We're not going to get a chance to bat here today, which is a real shame. And the Stars do get up by 22 runs. So things don't differ too much in real life as they do in this game for the Hurricanes. Just struggling, which is a real shame. But yeah, Pakistan losing that 3rd one-day international. Their fielding again was absolutely atrocious, and they just didn't really have enough in the tank with the bat to chase. I think it was quite a high score actually. I think Maxwell went off at the end, as did Travis Head. But as we can see, I wouldn't say the worst of debuts. None for 17 off 3 overs, which is an economy rate under 6, which in 2020 is kind of unheard of. But 184, always going to be a hurdle too much. The Hurricanes, they pick up 162, so we lose by 22 runs. No wickets for us, as we can see, but 3 for 17, the best economy rate going around. And then with the bat, we did just narrowly miss out. Tim Payne making a duck. Don Michael surprisingly making some runs. He never makes runs for the Hurricanes, never makes runs in 2020 cricket in general. But we were just 1 off batting, which, I'm not really too fussed about. I'm not too concerned about. But we will get our chances later on in the tournament. But now that we do have time, we'll go and have a look at the table and just have a look, I guess, at our stats and our skills. And possibly even our selection things, because we are... I'm guessing that now that we've made the Big Bash, that we are actually quite close to making some 2020s around the world as well. So that won't be too far away once we've gone and loaded this. So one thing I do like about Don Bradman 17 compared to 14 is that the loading times and menus take half the time as the other ones. The other ones used to be so long, and of course we haven't done any of those because we didn't take a wicket and we didn't have a chance to have a bat. But we do have plenty of batting. We've just got plenty of skill points in general. Fielding something that I don't really worry about too much because you know, we don't field, we just simulate through the fielding. So I'm going to get my bowling up just because I want to try and contribute with the ball more than we have at this stage. But as you can see, level 16, the standings. So we're not at the bottom, but that's only because the Sixers and the Strikers haven't played. Our net run rate is not good, negative 1.1, so we'll look to go and try and pull that back as we can. Statistics, we won't bother about that. But selection status is something that a lot of people do like to ask for. So yeah, here, as we can see, no chance of making the Australian side for anything, no chance of making the IPL, which is a bit of a shame. But this is where it does start to get interesting. So the State Shield side, we already are a core member. I mean, we've gone, we didn't bowl ourselves to victory. I think that was in the One Day Cup. Still expecting selection there, fringe member there. Being considered for the Bangladesh Super League, which is good. Being expecting selection for the County Cup, which is awesome. That means we can head overseas, play some county cricket. Getting attention for the T20 Slam in England, the NatWest T20 Blast, I think it's called. And then you can see all these 2020 competitions. We are very close. So there's going to be a lot of 2020 that's coming up on the channel shortly, which is something that I do actually quite like doing. I do enjoy doing 2020. It requires minimal effort. We can do both batting and bowling, which is exactly what we want in this career mode. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap things up here. Do hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, this is Cliffy, your king of career mode and New Zealand's #1 source of Don Bradman cricket content, signing out.